Respect is never asked for. It is never demanded. It is never begged for. It is taken through presence, through silence, through absolute certainty of who you are. And the most dangerous thing about real respect is that it has nothing to do with what you say. It has everything to do with what you do not say, what you do not chase, what you do not tolerate, and who you choose to become when nobody is watching. Most people spend their entire lives trying to earn respect in ways that destroy it. They explain themselves too much. They overperform to impress. They laugh at jokes that were not funny. They agree with opinions they do not hold. They shrink in rooms where they should stand tall. They make themselves smaller, hoping that smallness will somehow make people comfortable enough to respect them. It never works. Because here is the psychological truth about respect that nobody teaches you. Respect is not given to people who need it. It is given to people who clearly do not. The moment you stop needing someone's respect, the moment their opinion of you becomes genuinely irrelevant, is the exact moment they start giving it to you. This is not a paradox. This is human psychology working exactly as it was designed. We are wired to assign value to things that are rare, to things that do not come easily, to things that exist completely independently of our approval. The person who needs your respect is communicating that your opinion has power over them, and we do not respect things that need us. The person who does not need your respect is communicating that they exist completely independently of you. And we are instinctively drawn to things that do not require us to maintain them. Here is exactly how you command respect without saying a single word. The first way is through your posture and presence. Before you speak a single word in any room, your body has already told everyone everything they need to know about you. The person who walks in looking at the floor communicates apology. I am sorry for taking up space. I am not sure I belong here. The person who walks in slowly, head level, shoulders back, making deliberate eye contact, communicates certainty. I know exactly who I am. I belong in every room I choose to enter. You cannot fake this. Real presence comes from real inner certainty, and real inner certainty comes from doing the work on your mind, your body, your character, until you genuinely have no reason to apologize for the space you occupy. Start there, before anything else. Work on your presence, because it speaks before you do. The second way is through your response time. Urgency is a signal of desperation. When you respond to everything immediately, every text, every question, every demand, you are communicating that you have been waiting, that you have nothing more important happening than responding to whoever just reached out. The person who responds at their own pace communicates that their time is full, that they are occupied with things that matter, that your message, while acknowledged, entered a queue of important things and will be addressed when the time is right. This is not about playing games. This is about actually having a life that is full enough to make immediate responses impossible. Build that life. Fill your time with things that matter, and let your response time reflect the genuine value of what you are busy building. The third way is through selective speech. Words lose their value when they are everywhere. The person who speaks constantly, who fills every silence, who has an opinion on everything, who cannot let a moment pass without contributing, becomes background noise. The person who speaks rarely, deliberately, and only when they have something worth saying. Commands the room every single time they open their mouth, because their words are rare enough to be worth hearing. Practice this in every conversation. Say less than you think you should. In every meeting, speak last, not first. In every argument, pause 3 full seconds before responding. Let other people fill the silence. Let other people reveal themselves. Let other people spend their words while you save yours for moments that actually matter. The fourth way is through your boundaries. Nothing communicates your value more clearly than what you are willing to tolerate. A person with no boundaries is communicating that they can be treated anyway, and they will remain. That there is no line, that there is no cost, that access to them is free and unlimited, and free things have no value. A person with clear, firm, consistent boundaries communicates the opposite. They are communicating. I know exactly what I deserve. I know exactly what I will and will not accept. And I will enforce that standard quietly, consistently, and without explanation. You do not need to announce your boundaries. You do not need to explain them. You simply need to enforce them. Once, consistently, without drama. And the people around you will adjust. Not always immediately, but they will adjust. Because they will learn through experience, not through words, that you are not the kind of person whose standards are negotiable. The fifth way is through follow-through. Trust is the foundation of respect, and trust is built through one thing and one thing only: doing what you said you would do, when you said you would do it, every single time. Not most of the time, every time. The person who says they will do something and does not is communicating that their word has no weight, that the gap between what they say and what they do is wide enough to drive a truck through. The person who says they will do something and does it, always, quietly, without needing to be reminded, becomes the most reliable force in any room they enter. And reliability, real, consistent, unshakable reliability, is one of the rarest and most respected qualities a human being can possess. Be that person, not because it earns you respect, but because it is simply who you have decided to be. And that decision, that single commitment to alignment between your word and your action, will do more for your reputation than anything you could ever say about yourself. The sixth way is through indifference to approval. This is the hardest one and the most important. Every time you seek someone's approval, every time you look for their reaction, check if they are impressed. Adjust your behavior based on their response. You hand them power over you. And people do not respect what they have power over. The most respected people in every room are the ones who seem genuinely indifferent to whether you approve of them or not. Not rude, not cold, not arrogant, simply complete. Like someone who has already approved of themselves so thoroughly that external approval adds nothing they do not already have. Become that person, not by pretending not to care, but by building such a strong relationship with yourself, with your values, your standards, your identity, that external approval genuinely becomes irrelevant. Because when you are full, truly full, you do not need to be filled by anyone else. And that fullness, that quiet, unshakable, self-contained certainty is the single most commanding energy a human being can carry into a room. Respect does not come from saying the right things. It comes from being the right things, from showing up the same way whether anyone is watching or not, from holding your standards even when lowering them would be easier, from being so certain of who you are that the opinion of others becomes genuinely irrelevant to your peace. That is how you command respect without saying a word. Not through performance, through character. Subscribe to Lucid Dominance. New video every Tuesday and Friday. I will see you in the next one.